What's up, guys? I got a special request from a subscriber to do the Galaxy S10 versus the new A56. So we got a 2019 old flagship versus a new mid-ranger. How does this phone compare? So let's go ahead and just check it out. It'll be a fun video to see. So I actually want to start off with the cameras. I'm really curious to see how the camera quality looks from an old flagship to a a new mid-range phone. So the A56 has a 50 megapixel standard. You also have a 12 megapixel ultra wide, but it does not have a telephoto lens. It does have a macro lens, and you also do have 4K 30, and then you have a 12 megapixel selfie that shoots in 4K 30. The S10 does have a triple camera setup as well. It's a 12 megapixel standard, 12 megapixel telephoto with 2x optical, and then it also has a 16 megapixel ultra wide. It does shoot in 4K 60, and we also have a 10 megapixel selfie that shoots in 4K 60. Alright, so what's pretty cool about the display on the S10 is that it actually still looks, in my opinion, better than the A56. It just, lacks a few things that makes it a little bit dated, but the display is still impressive even for, today's standards, because it's a kind of on the smaller side, right? It's a 6.1 inch dynamic AMOLED display. It's HDR10 plus, but this has a full 1440p panel and it's 550 for the PPI. So it's a very sharp panel. You can watch 2K content on here, and it's just it's a very cool panel. The reason I say that is because we don't even have 1440p on the latest S25, the base model. So I always thought that was really cool how sharp these displays look, and also it has the super vibrant display that we do not get anymore on the newer Galaxy phones. Like this display is just really colorful, and some people say again it's not like super color accurate and stuff like that. But I do like the punchy colors personally. And it is a curved panel, which a lot of people probably don't like. But yeah, the display still looks absolutely beautiful. It is a 60 hertz display, so you can kind of see the age of the phone. And what's funny is the bezels are actually almost the same size on the S10 with the A56. They pretty much look identical as far as like the bezels go. You can see the punch holes a little bit different. Now the A56 has a great display. It's a flat panel. It has the older Super AMOLED display. It's 120 hertz HDR10 plus. It's a much brighter panel at 1900 nits, so in direct sunlight you can definitely see this display a lot easier. And it's 1080p 385 for the PPI. And yeah, it's an absolutely awesome panel as well. I don't really have any issues with it, but I do really prefer the look of the S10 as far as the colors go. But everything else about the display on the A56 is not bad at all. Like I said, it has that 120 hertz, so it's very smooth feeling compared to the 60 hertz. So, it's just something that, you'll notice if you do decide to make this upgrade. I have a few people, thinking about making the move from the S10 to the A56. All right, so when we check out the specs a little bit more here, we will see that the A56 overall has the better score when it comes to Geekbench 6, and we dive over here to Wildlife Extreme. You can see it also has a better score too. So overall performance will definitely be a little bit better. The S10 is really not a slow phone or a laggy phone, really. I don't really have any issues with it myself. It's 128 gigs, 6 gigs of RAM. This one is 128 gigs and also 8 gigs of RAM. But like the benefit with the S10 would be, you know, you have SD card support on these older phones. But of course, you'll have a very, you know, much smoother experience because we're on a much smoother One UI compared to Android 12. And yeah, just overall, your speed and just animations will look a lot better. Let's go ahead and just do a little app testing. All right, let's see how far off the A55 is from this Exynos. And this is the Exynos 1580. You can see not too far off. Okay. Google Earth. This one got stuck. Yeah, S10 actually got it there. Temper Run. I think the biggest difference here so far is really just the animations. You would think there would be a bigger gap, but it's not. And this looks like it loaded up the same too. Yeah, it loaded up exactly the same. Unfortunately, these mid-range phones, guys, they're not as well optimized for gaming. So you kind of get basically similar performance that you would get on a S10 when it comes to, you know, gaming. One thing that I noticed with the A56 is it won't get as warm as like an S10 during longer periods, but you're playing at the exact same settings. They feel exactly the same. You know, and that's for like everything else too, like Call of Duty emulators. So there's not like a big jump, I think, in general in performance here. I would say the biggest thing here that you would notice again is like the animations, 120 hertz, and then also you do get 6 years or 6 years of major OS updates with the A56 as well. And yeah, as far as performance, you know, you're not getting a lot more performance here. Let's check out these speakers at max volume. So the S10 has an overall better sound, but the A56 does have a louder bass, but the overall sound is not as clean. So it's just kind of one of those situations. You know, they both sound fine, but I don't think this is, in my opinion, it's not much of an upgrade when it comes to the speaker because it sounds so muddy on the A56. And one of the cool things with the A56 is that you do get, it's not Galaxy AI, but you do get some AI features. So Samsung called it the intelligent features. You get object eraser, best face, edit suggestions, custom filters, auto trim, AI select. So you don't quite get all the AI features, and you also get the circle to search as well. So you know, you do get some AI stuff there. So the biggest jump that you'll actually make between these two phones is actually the battery life. The battery life is a lot better on the A56. It's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery coming from a 3,400 milliamp hour battery. You have 15 watt charging versus 45 watt charging on the A56. You just lack the wireless and reverse wireless charging that the S10 has, but the battery life is way better. You get way better standby, way better screen on time. Also, I forgot to mention the fingerprint scanner on the A56. It is a little bit slower than the S10 because it's an optical one and it's not the ultrasonic one. So with the ultrasonic one, it's gonna feel a little bit faster. But overall, this is a pretty decent upgrade for you guys that you may not want to get an old flagship. You may not want to buy in the used refurbished marketplace, and you're coming from an S10. There are definitely downgrades here for sure. And yeah, you just kind of have to make your decision on what's important to you based on these categories. So let me know what you guys think.